Okay, in this video, we're going to look at long division with a one-digit divisor. Our divisor is the number right here on the left on the outside of the house. We're going to follow our steps of long division, which are divide, multiply, subtract, compare, and bring down. And then we're going to go right back up to the top and start again until we've gotten to the end of our long division problem. Okay, so we're going to ask, how many times does 2 go into 6? Well, let's count by 2's. 2, 4, 6. It goes in exactly 3 times. So let's put a 3 here. Now we're going to multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. Now we're going to subtract. How much is left over? Well, there's nothing left over because it went in exactly 3 times. Now we're going to compare. This number here has to be less than this number here. If it is equal to or greater, it means our first number here was wrong. It wasn't big enough. But we're okay here. It's less, so we can carry on and bring down. Let's bring down the 7. Okay, now we're going to go right back up to the top and start with division again. How many times does 2 go into 7? Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, 8 is too much. We can't go over. We just want to get as close as we can, but without going over. So 3 times again. So we're going to put a 3 here, and we're going to multiply, but we're just going to multiply that 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. Now we're going to subtract. What's left over? Well, 7 minus 6 is 1. Compare. Is 1 less than 2? It sure is, so let's bring down the 4. Okay, how many times does 2 go into 14? Let's count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Exactly 7 times. Now we're going to multiply. 7 times 2 is 14. We're going to subtract. What's left over? Well, nothing's left over because it went in exactly 7 times. Compare. Is 0 less than 2? Yep, it is. So let's keep going. We're going to bring down that 3. And then we're going to go right back up to the top and divide. So how many times does 2 go into 3? 2, 4. Nope, 4 is too many. Okay, it only goes in 1 time. So 1, we're going to multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. Now we're going to subtract. What remains? There's 1 left over. We're going to compare and make sure this number is less than our divisor, and it is. There's nothing else to bring down, so we've actually come to the end of our problem. If we have a number here that's not 0, this is called the remainder. And we write the remainder up here like this, remainder 1. In this example, we again have a one-digit divisor, but we're going to look at a situation where the 4 doesn't, or the divisor doesn't go into the first number. So 4 is bigger than 3, so 4 can't go into 3. So I'm going to put a little x here. You don't have to. You can put a 0 there. You could just leave it blank. But most students find it helpful to make a little mark of some kind so they remember not to put any numbers over that 3. Okay, so rather than 4 into 3, because that doesn't work, I'm going to ask how many times does 4 go into 34? Let's count by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Last 9 is 36. That's too many. Let's go back 1. So 8 times. Now we're going to multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. Now we're going to subtract. What's the difference? 4 minus 2 is 2. 3 minus 3 is 0. I'm not going to put the 0 there. Now we're going to compare. Is 2 less than 4? It sure is, so we can go ahead and bring down the next number, which is 5. How many times does 4 go into 25? Well, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. That's too many. Go back 1. 24. So that's 6 times. We're going to put a 6 here. 6 times 4 is 24. We're going to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 2 is 0, but I'm not going to put the 0 there. We're going to compare. Is 1 less than 4? Yep, it is. So we can go ahead and bring down our next number, which is 2. Okay, we're going to go back up to the top. 4 into 12. How many times does 4 go into 12? Let's count. 4, 8, 12. 3 times exactly. So let's put a 3. 3 times 4 is 12. Let's subtract. And 0. Let's compare. 0 is less than 4, so we did that right. Bring down, there's nothing left to bring down, so we've actually come to the end of our division problem. This number here that's left over is our remainder. In this case, the remainder is 0. So we can write up here remainder 0, or we can just leave it as it is as 863.